The following program is sponsored by PokerStars.net.
Welcome to the best of the PokerStars.net big game.
Can you feel the love?
Let's go for it. Now, it's the big game.
You don't think I can make fun of myself a little bit?
Full house. That's what I'm talking about.
This is going to be a fun hand.
This makes me as attractive as anybody else.
Come on.
Oh, and good read, because I was bluffing.
Listen to that license, right?
I'm Phil Hellmuth. This is the next generation.
I had you.
You had me crushed.
It doesn't get any bigger
than this.
This is the best of the PokerStars.net big game.
Welcome to Las Vegas, home of the big game and our state-of-the-art poker room. And though the table's empty right now, some of poker's most exciting rising stars have tangled from those seats.
Hi, everybody. Alongside Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Rose, and tonight we'll be highlighting hands that have been played by poker's newest names as we bring you the best of the big game, Young Guns Night.
Folks, you may not recognize all their faces, but each of these guys is on his way to becoming a household name. We've got Jason Mercier, Donnie Stern, Isaac Haxon, a.k.a. Ike, Lex Veldhaus, Justin Bonomo, and our first loaded young gun is Scott Seaver.
It was the 38th hand of the night. Scott had already doubled through Tony G once already, while Tony was getting crushed and was down over 200 grand. Here's how we called it.
It's actually kind of funny.
Action on Tony G, and he raises to 1,500. Vanessa folds, Daniel suited, gets out of here. Seaver also suited, but he's playing, calls. Todd folds. And Aaron Jensen, the loose cannon, also suited, but he folds.
On the other end of the spectrum of Todd, we've got Scott Seaver. Tony can be pretty sure ace-jack is ahead of his range.
King, queen, deuce, all clubs.
Top and bottom for Seaver.
Too easy.
Tony's got a gut shot and a flush draw.
And fires 3,000.
Pretty sure Scott knows he's ahead.
Comes over the top to 11,000.
With no club in his hand, he's trying to protect his two pair. Tony doesn't really have anything except for a draw here. If he's not folding, he must be trying to think of a way he could make Scott fold. Scott's capable of making a play, but I don't think he'd do it against Tony in this spot.
Tony re-raises to 40,000.
I'm all in.
Scott's all in. Tony calls.
Run it once again? Or? Yeah. Okay.
He has two pair. He has the straight. The straight for sure. Tony, you have a straight.
No.
You have a straight.
This is, again, a too many outs syndrome. I wish he just had ace-jack no club, then I'd be in trouble. Ace-jack with a club, though? Too many outs.
Scott and his friends contend that too many outs can actually hurt you. Kind of like how when you have kings, there's a 90% chance an ace will hit.
Do you think you're going to hit this one for once?
I do. No.
You so do. It's unbelievable.
Jack on the turn.
Okay. Now it could be an ace, jack, 10.
Like I said, this is way too many outs syndrome. Way too many outs.
This would be sick if you don't hit this. I'll be really annoyed.
This is just an advanced needle, by the way. There's no reason to do that. Because he's not hitting it. He has too many outs.
He's been missing so much.
I know.
No, you don't. You haven't seen all
Oh,
of
I meant today, at least I know.
Tony has picked up some more outs in the turn. He can make a better two pair or trips in addition to a straight or flush.
The river, a brick.
Unreal.
Well done.
You never win any hand.
No, that's it. Sorry, well done, Todd. Just wait for the nuts. Take care.
So that young gun shot down Tony G. Our next fresh face is a 23-year-old pro who's also been known to write a poker blog or two. Donnie Stern was up over 33 grand when this hand began. Let's see how this young gun fared against a man who's known for dodging bullets.
We pick up the hand with the action on Eugene Kachalov.
Eugene folds, same with Daniel.
16.
1,600.
Uh-oh. That one hurt. Created a monster.
Phil raises.
Phil should probably make it less obvious that he's steaming.
Donnie, suited in the small blind, calls. Prahlad also suited.
This is a hand a lot of players would defend in the big blind, especially against a steaming poker brat.
And Friedman will do so. 3 to the flop, which is 9-Jack-6, top 2 for Hellmuth.
Phil's locking on the tractor beams.
Stern the first to act.
Donnie's open-ended with an overcard.
And bets 3,600. Friedman folds. And Phil raises to 15,000.
Donnie was hoping to take it down with a semi-bluff. Phil's just told Donnie where he can put that semi-bluff. Phil's raise is pretty big. On the off chance Donnie has a set, he's kind of painted himself into a corner. Keep in mind, you want players with draws to call you.
Phil gets what he wants.
Wow. Nice hand.
The turn is the 8 of hearts.
Donnie's made his straight. Phil was just joking, but I think his mindset coach must be teaching him the secret or something. Or maybe instead of reading the book Blink, he accidentally read Bink. Donnie's in a great spot because he's got the nuts, and he's pretty sure Phil's got something big as well.
Stern bets 25 grand. Hellmuth quickly calls.
To quote Phil from yesterday, that's a snap call, kid. Even though he's dead to a boat.
The river, the 7 of hearts.
The only thing Donnie's worried about is the slim chance that Phil made runner hearts. And since Phil made his big moves before the hearts came into play, Donnie can be pretty confident Phil didn't make a flush. It'll be safe for him to value bet this river.
Stern makes it 35,000.
Phil's got to have a pretty good idea he's beat now. There's a 4-card straight out there, 3 hearts. Phil has to wonder what hands would have called a huge raise on the flop and then led the turn and river.
35, yes.
Is this for real? I mean, are these hands for real?
Phil's impression of David after dentist. Wow. Phil can't believe he's been run down again. He may be trying to talk himself into making a I can't be this unlucky call. Donnie's also given him pretty good odds to make this call. 35K more to win over 120, about 4 to 1. Phil should maybe be suspicious of getting such a good price.
Wow. What can I beat? I mean, I guess I can beat Jack 8.
Phil's trying to figure out what hands he can beat, and that's why this is taking so long. There aren't any.
All right.
Phil calls.
Ejector seat in 3, 2, 1, blast off.
I'm shocked he called. I didn't think he was going to call.
These hands for real?
I don't know what you could have to call the raise and just fire. That was weird. I thought you were going to lay that one down, brother.
Nice hand, buddy.
Nice hand, buddy. Where's my blow up?
Okay, I'll lead it off. You want to go?
I mean, what the f?
That's more like it.
So Phil went down in a blaze of glory. But still to come, young gun Jason Mercier goes bear hunting.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
And up next, Scott Seaver makes a name for himself.
All right, Scott Seaver.
It's funny, I remember when you were just Scott. Now you're Scott Seaver.
He was Scott like Madonna. You know, just one name, and he went the other way. Yeah, I don't like Scott Seaver.
And remember, if you'd like a chance to square off against a young gun and play here on the big game as a loose cannon, then log on to PokerStars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. Plenty more best of the big game when we come back.
It's definitely been a pretty surreal experience with all of these people who I saw on TV when I was in high school, who were the inspiration to me for starting to play poker in many ways.
I think it's pretty cool to be in these TV shows, but for me it's not so much because of the players that play it. I don't really look at them as the big Daniel Negreanu, the big Phil Hellmuth or whatever. For me it's more like a colleague.
But I just feel across the board everywhere, new players come and they get better. They, have the ability to use everything that has been learned from previous players and, incorporate that into their game. Just like in any game or anything over time, the strategy gets more complex and better over time. So each generation of players, I think, is just always going to be better than the one before it.
Most of the players are really good after the flop. They read the hands pretty well.
The game's evolved so much over the last couple of years. So the way I used to play 4 or 5 years ago, that is exploitable now because these young kids figured out a way to do it. So I have to continue to change and evolve the way that I play too.
It's poker evolution, baby. Now kid poker is more like grown-up poker.
In fact, Kid Poker's the one representing the old guard in the next few hands as we watch him tangle with the young and fearless Scott Seaver.
At just 25 years old, this Ivy Leaguer played over half the hands dealt during his 150-hand session. And at this point in the game, Scott was up a whole lot of cheddar.
Our next two back-to-back hands are numbers 66 and 67. The loose cannon, Aaron Jensen, was first to act.
Action folds over to Lex. He folds.
I'm going to strap